All right, so it's exam season 2018, and I'm sitting around a lunch table eating lunch with my friends. So that morning, in the morning, I had done 2 hours of intense, focused, deep work, revision for my exams, and I was done. I did all my revision in the morning, and I went to lunch. I was done revising for the day. And so, because I'm done revising for the day, I ask all my friends at lunchtime. I'm like, hey guys, after we eat some food, do you guys want to go out there into the basketball courts, play some basketball? Let's play some horse or something. What do you guys think? If you know that game, horse. And no joke, every single one of them, all six of them or something, they all said, nah, bro, it's exam season. We have to study. And I was like, okay, they got to study in the afternoon. Fair enough. That's fair enough. All right, guys, what about in the evening? After dinner time, let's lock in. Let's play basketball after the evening time, after dinner. And again, all six of them were like, nah, bro, literally, it's exam season. We got to lock in, man. We got to study. And at that moment, I realized something. These guys were spending literally morning till night, more than 12 hours, maybe 18 hours, studying all day. And I was done studying by noon. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because what I realized is most students, they spend all day studying. These people were spending all day studying. But whenever I would see them, they weren't focused. They weren't studying. So most students, they focus all day, but they don't focus efficiently. And I'm not kidding. When I say that I used to study 2 hours a day in university, it's not a joke. It's because I focused very intensely and I knew some tricks to help me milk those 2 hours and get some insane focus from it, some insane output from it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips that literally can help you get your work done by lunchtime. I think I'm going to move my mic here. I want to try something new. But all right, so first tip I want to give you when it comes to focusing and making the most of your time is use your mornings. Use your mornings or your evenings. Basically, I'm going to talk about mornings here because this is what I used to do. The morning time, right after you wake up, is the time of day where your energy is highest. You've just gone into a deep slumber, whether it's 6 hours, whether it's 8 hours, it doesn't matter. You've just gone into a deep slumber. Your focus and your energy are fully replenished. You need to be using the morning times to get your serious deep work done and get your most difficult, hardest tasks done first. Trust me, those first 2 hours of the day, literally 2 hours in the morning, I would say 80% of my YouTube channel was built with 2 hours in the morning. Just literally 1 hour in the morning, I would say. 80% of my YouTube channel was built from a 1 hour period every morning. That's it. And 2 hours of studying every morning in university gave me 80% of my gains. Because the truth is, if you focus when your energy is highest, when your focus is at its maximum ability, you're going to get the most output done. It's pretty obvious. But there's a couple problems here. Most students, they don't focus in the morning. Why? Because at least this used to be my situation. I would wake up completely stressed. My alarm would go off and I'd be like, oh, what planet am I on? And, I'd spend a couple seconds realizing where I am. And suddenly I'd come to reality and I'd realize, oh, I got to study. Oh, no. I'd wake up so stressed. I got to study. I got to do this. I don't want to start my day. And because I was so stressed, I would reach for my phone. Then 4 hours would be gone. 5 hours would be gone. And then you feel so bad. You feel regret. You go into this spiral. The thing is, you think that you wake up tired. I used to think I always wake up so tired every single morning. How can I study when I'm tired? The truth is, at least, okay, I'm not a scientist or anything. I'm not diagnosing you with anything. But at least in my situation, I wasn't actually waking up tired. I was simply waking up completely disoriented and stressed. If you wake up and you reach for your phone first thing, that's a sign that you're waking up disoriented, stressed. Because your phone is your coping mechanism to take away the pain of being awake, if that makes sense. So when I realized this and I started to work on this, I realized it's not normal to wake up like this. You should actually wake up excited, calm, ready to start the day. Let me give you another example to prove to you that it's not exactly tiredness in a lot of situations. Have you ever been on a holiday and maybe you only got like 4 hours of sleep or something? Or something exciting was going to happen on that day. Maybe you were going to go to a concert or something. And even though you only got like 4 hours of sleep, you woke up so energized. You jumped out of bed. You were excited. It's because the reason you feel tired is because of your emotional state in the morning. It's probably stressed and anxious and disoriented. So the biggest change for me that helped me start waking up fresh and calm. And when you start waking up fresh and calm, you're more likely to resist distractions throughout the day. If you're somebody who's always constantly distracted throughout the day, constantly feeling the urge to go on their phone, constantly, feeling like you're getting pulled to all your impulses, all your addictions, the biggest way to actually significantly reduce those impulses is how you spend the first part of your morning. Basically, a morning routine. If you do a morning routine, at least what I found, and many students who I've helped, okay, so I'll tell you the 80-20, like the very basic things you can do to start seeing serious results in your morning routine. So I'll give you two things. Number one, don't use your phone for the first 10 to 30 minutes when you wake up. When you wake up and you immediately reach for your phone, you are literally programming your mind from the beginning of the day when you wake up to chase stimulation, to chase distraction. So when you wake up, you might feel that urge to go onto your phone, probably because it's been a habit for so long and probably because you're feeling so stressed. But understand that you don't have to listen to that impulse. And if you actually delay what's called delay gratification, if you resist that impulse, if you don't give in to it, then the reward you will get is calmness, motivation, focus. So if you do reach for your phone and you do use it, the reward you'll get is a tank in your dopamine. Your motivation will tank and crash, and you'll feel so disoriented. I'm sure you know, if you scroll for 2 hours in the morning, you're not going to be motivated to study. So when you do reach for your phone and scroll, it comes at a cost. And when you do resist your phone and you don't scroll, it gives you a benefit. That benefit is focus, calmness. So that's the first habit. Literally, it's a life-changing habit. Second thing is to meditate as soon as you wake up. So I first started meditating first thing in the morning about 4 years ago. And it's really life-changing because it starts to rewire that stressed mode that you wake up in. Even just 1 to 5 minutes of meditation as soon as you wake up, within the first 30 minutes of waking up, can calm that stress response and make you more locked in throughout the day. So 2020, when I didn't used to do this, I went through a period where I had this habit where I would wake up and I would immediately get to work. I would literally, I'm not even kidding, I would get out of bed, I would sit on my floor and I would begin to do my hardest subject. I would start to learn my hardest subject. I would do the lectures. And while that was great, it was never super focused. And after I did that focus period, I would feel so disoriented and often my afternoons would be completely out of control. So I know that's very popular online, like wake up and get to work straight away. But what I found is if you just take a little bit of time to let your mind settle, meditate, go away from your phone for a little bit, and you let your mind settle, you let your stress response settle, you don't have that feeling that many people have when they wake up where they feel so groggy and tired. That goes away and you feel more calm and your focus is more locked in. I'm sure in the morning you have this feeling where there's so many things pulling you. You want to do this, you want to do this, you want to pull yourself here, you want to study. That's not a normal way to feel. When you do these two habits, I guarantee all that's going to be in your mind is studying. You're going to be much more locked in, or at least maybe not studying, but whatever your priority is for that day, it's going to be more clear in your mind. There's not going to be the millions of distractions pulling you from all angles. And yeah, waking up feeling tired is not normal. It's an experience so many people have. They wake up and they're like, oh my God, don't even talk to me till I've had my coffee. Like I know that's a joke or whatever, but many people, they wake up tired and it affects your focus. You feel so bad. I first discovered this at the start of this year. So I went on a meditation course, a Vipassana meditation course. And we were meditating for 12 hours every day. And there was many nights where I couldn't even sleep. I got 0 hours of sleep many nights. But what I did was when I was lying down, this was the instructions they gave us. I would basically meditate when I was lying down. So I'll be lying down and I'll be meditating, focusing on my breath, for example. And even though I didn't go to sleep, I would weirdly discover that I would wake up feeling fresh, feeling energized, feeling like I had gone into a deep sleep. So I'm not telling you to do this. And I didn't do it on purpose. It was because I couldn't sleep. But I remained calm throughout the night. And in a weird way, I woke up energized. So a big reason that we wake up very stressed and very tired is often because we go to sleep stressed maybe, or we wake up in this stressed state. All right, so once you've done that, the habit I told you to do was 1 to 3, maybe 4, 1 to 4 hours in the morning of deep work. This is where your focus is maximum. This is where, I'm not even kidding, 1 hour in the morning or 1 hour whenever your focus is best is worth like 4 hours in the afternoon. I'm trying to think of an analogy. I guess it's like when you're on a boat in the ocean and one guy is like, when the wind is basically not even flowing, one guy is like, come on, let's sail, let's move, let's move, let's move. And then when the wind stops, they're like, okay, let's chill, let's relax, guys. But the smart captain, what he does, when the wind is blowing intensely, he gets all his men to go to the sails and catch the wind so they can go really fast. And when the wind is flat, when they're in the doldrums or whatever, he's like, okay, guys, let's rest, let's eat up, let's take some rest. So this is the analogy I want to use. In the morning, when the wind is strongest, get your focus done, get your study done. Now, don't use this as an excuse, by the way. If you end up wasting the morning and you're in the afternoon, don't think like, oh, bro, Penrose told me to not study in the afternoon. I'm going to take it chill. You can still study in the afternoon. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying if you have this opportunity, if you're in the morning and you're ready to study, take advantage because it's worth so much. All right, so this is a habit that they found top students do. They put aside a period of time every single day, at least like 6 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week, where they are in one, complete isolation. So for me at least, you don't have to be in complete isolation. I like to go to the library because I find that helps me lock in a lot better, focus a lot better. But the thing is, I'm away from other people. So I'm not sitting there where there's like a guy next to me who's like typing super loud. There's not like 2 people over there gossiping. There's not a guy over here who's like literally laughing at some video he's watching. I'm not going to sit around these people who are going to distract me when I have to do deep work. So I'm either going to find an area of the library where I'm facing a wall or something, or an empty room or like one of these cubicles or something. And that, if you reduce your external distractions, you can enter that flow state, that focus state much better. So nobody around you. Number 2, ideally, locked away somewhere with no distractions around you. And by the way, I used to, might seem a bit off topic, but I used to be someone who was very self-conscious. Like I used to be very self-aware of the people watching me. Like if I was sitting in the library, I would be like, oh my gosh, is this person looking at me? Like, am I doing something weird? Am I sitting in a weird position? I was a very self-conscious person. So when I would sit in the library in public, I actually couldn't focus because I was constantly getting thoughts of, what other people are thinking of me. So if that's something you go through, the biggest, most immediate fix you could do is simply just go somewhere where you're alone. So maybe you don't even notice this is something distracting you, because the thing is, a large number of things that distract us we're not even aware of. For example, maybe you wonder why at home you can't even focus. You're always like, oh, I can't focus, man. And then you discover it's because your window is always open and there's kids screaming outside and you don't even notice it, but it's taking away your distraction. So a lot of things that are pulling your focus are actually unconscious. You don't even know they're happening. All right, so isolated, locked away, ideally, no distractions. I put my phone away deep into my bag. Don't even look at it for 2 hours. If I'm taking a break in between study sprints, no phone. I'm literally just going for a walk, probably outside, just resting. Resting my eyes, resting my body, resting my mind. And the final thing here is to work intensely. Work in like a sprint if you can. Sit down, glue your eyes to the screen. I talk about the mindset of, embrace the discomfort. Your brain might be like, actually right now, I've been talking for about 30 minutes now, and my brain is actually starting to get a bit foggy. Like I'm starting to get a bit, pressure here in my forehead. Right here, I'm feeling this intense pressure. But I'm not taking that as a signal for me to stop. I'm just taking that as my brain is pushing to its limits. Kind of like, when you go to the gym and you lift weights. Bodybuilders, when they lift weights, they enjoy that feeling of pain. They're like, oh yeah, my muscles are growing. So I'm seeing this pain right now in my head as like, I'm pushing my brain to its limit. I'm kind of in the brain gym right now. So associate that kind of feeling with your studying and your focus is actually going to improve a lot more. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments. if anything helped you. And first link in the description, my inner circle community. If you want my personal help, join there. I can help you personally. This offer's probably not going to be around next year. I'm going to move on to something else. So if you think this is something that will be valuable for you, then now is the perfect time for you. But apart from that, see you later.